Hi, everybody.
Hey, good morning. After we were just discussing that it's technically not a happy day. It's a remembrance day of our fallen
Hmm.
elders, but it's a holiday, and obviously everyone noticed we didn't have it yesterday. I had a family affair, my Nancy's mother's birthday. The whole family
Mm.
got together, and it was a beautiful day, and ate too much.
Hmm.
So had today off, so we were doing it today.
That's right.
So I figured we'd start with a few cards of remembrance for our fallen soldiers.
Okay.
I didn't know any. I mean, my family side had quite a few that were in the military, but I don't know their history. You know, I seen pictures of
Hmm.
them and that have went to like World War II and whatnot. My grandfather was in briefly, got shot, and came back right away and discharged.
Hmm.
Hi, Lisa. Junosphere.
Yeah,
So, message from the fallen.
I'm going to use this deck. It's the James Van Prague Talking to Heaven, and I just shuffled it a little bit ago and cut the card, and this is the card I got. I am learning over here. I've always loved to learn, and sometimes I thought I knew it all, but now that I've gone beyond the three-dimensional physical world, I'm astounded to be learning about how everything really works in the beautiful and perfect universe. Even now, I can't completely comprehend all of God's plan, but I do see the bigger picture, and it's amazing. You and I are so much more than we ever dreamed of. The only thing I can share with you is how important it is to appreciate and honor yourself and everything else that you have in life. You and I, like everyone else, are God's sacred creations, and which means we honor God when we honor ourselves and each other. And I am definitely wanting to honor you. So, like we're honoring them, they want to honor us, it being here alive and working through our things.
Yeah, you honor the passing by living
Right.
living your life. So the first one to come up for me was the Ace of Gabriel, Ace of
Mm.
Wands. It's the gift.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our lives are a gift
Mm-hmm.
of opportunity, a gift of passion. It's a chance to do something amazing with your life and take risks.
Mm-hmm.
And then the message here is perspective. Here, number 12.
Mm-hmm.
There was a glitch. Anyway, it's a reflection, an insight, and daring to be different. So you get the sense that don't worry about the fallen, those of the
Mm-hmm.
past. They're just fine. You live your life.
Mm-hmm.
There's a better way than grieving. They pass for a purpose, and we all continue. So it's fine.
Good. I agree. We didn't. My father fought in the Canadian Army, and my oldest brother uh, did the Dan Quayle School of Avoiding Vietnam by being in the reserves. My two little brothers, we weren't ever in anything when they would have had to go. But I had one close friend who was killed, actually killed in the field in Vietnam, and that was tough because he felt the whole time. He said, "I'm not coming back," and I said, "Well, don't think that way." But I kind of knew he wasn't coming back too. So
Yeah, told us that story. Did you see
yeah,
him? You seen him, right?
yeah. I was at a party and I looked over and he was standing out on the porch in his fatigues, and I went to the hostess and said, "I'm walking home," because it was near the university and I could get to the dorm. And when I get when I got back to the dorm, I was standing there, and all of a sudden, the whole room was full of light, and there was an angel who'd come to tell me that he had already passed over. He was on the other side, and he wasn't traumatized, and he wanted to thank me for being able to talk to him about that possibility happening before he went over. And I remember that angel, man. She was, and then I just climbed into bed, despite the fact my room had been lit up like Times Square, and went to sleep. My mom called me 4 days later. That's when they found out that he had died. But
Yeah, pretty amazing.
hmm
That's a gift. Yeah, true,
that's
true,
true.
Ellen.
That's true.
Well, we had a lot of people pass from COVID.
hmm
A lot more than any wars. There's there was another reporting just lately about they figure 45 should be responsible for 700,000 deaths
hmm
by his lies and misinformation. So that was a tough one. Lisa's dad spent 21 years in the army, fought in World War II, Korean War, got married. Oh, malaria.
Malaria.
Wow, that's a lot of years fighting.
hmm
All right. Anything in the news, Miss Nancy?
Yeah, I don't have an attorney general in my state right now. He just got impeached. Uh,
Oh, bummer.
oh, yeah. And, they knew before 2020. He was sued. He's still got a lawsuit out there where he ripped off some people for stocks and he misrepresented what he did. They've never been able to get him in a courtroom for that. And it was just going on one thing after the other. And then when his entire office resigned because he was trying to make them do illegal things, that's what they got him for in this thing. Yeah, he's going to go down because it's the Republicans going after him, and this is really great because it's not great. I shouldn't say that. That's bad spiritually, but um, these are the Republicans going after their own.
Quickly.
Ooh,
Um, my mother's dad was on the beach in Normandy
mm,
also, but he immediately started storming and he got shot in the shoulder, and he was discharged after healing.
mm.
That's crazy. Knowing someone else. Oops.
I don't know what that is. Hi, Sheila Cool.
No, I hit the wrong one.
Okay.
But yeah, they came to agreement with those people that whistleblowed, right? For 3 million.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
wanted the taxpayers to pay that 3 million.
Mm-hmm.
And the Republicans are saying no.
Mm-hmm.
So he can go down for this and have to pay 3 million. Wouldn't that be sweet? how did how did Abbott stand by Paxson? He had to know what he was up to. I know, right?
Not to
Birds
be
of a
rude, not to be rude and point out Abbott's shortcomings, but he rolled up next to him. He can't stand by him. I have a friend. I have a friend who always calls him Governor Wheelie, and I remember him a year ago when he was holding that stupid press conference in Uvalde to try and cover their butts. He's the sort of man that would go back and loosen up gun laws after 21 children were killed. That ought to tell you everything you need to know about Greg Abbott.
Yeah.
And there's years and years before that.
Yeah, we do know that the federal government is taking over that investigation into him.
Yep. The feds are coming down on the guys here, and that's one reason why the Republicans wanted to go after Paxton themselves. Um, because they know when they start digging up dirt, they know that all their stuff's down there too. So
Rose Blue, the unholy three: Abbott, Patrick, and Paxton. Mm-hmm.
it's true.
Okay. Besides your insights and beliefs, you want to see what the cards have to say about it?
Oh, you mean are they going to impeach him? I mean, they've impeached him. Is the Senate trial going to get rid of him?
Yeah, there's no. You haven't heard it. It hasn't been scheduled yet, right?
I heard it's going to be really soon because they don't want this story buzzing out there for too long.
Okay.
Okay.
The impeachment trial of Ken Paxton.
Will it be successful?
Angela and spirits. Oh, the devil.
Oh dear. Yes.
Devil on the end of him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got the right thing happening. Lady Justice, the Queen of Swords. Is there oh, it could be his wife. Do you know if there's other women in the Senate
Oh yeah.
that
There's
are
several.
several? Because I'm pulling a lot of female energy that are sick of him, that may
Well,
take over and power this Senate trial. But Magician, Lady Justice, the Queen of Swords, and Chariot.
mm-hmm.
He's going bye bye.
Yeah, I got that in the. Are you done, Scott?
Yeah,
Okay.
just three more. That's what the Devil came out. Five of Wands, Devil, and the Wheel of Fortune. Culmination changes.
Okay.
It looks like an ending for him. And then I had all these women in the end doing the right
Ah,
thing.
well, the women in the state are going to be what salvages the state. Um, this is his background. Now, this is a no and a no, and it's because he managed to use the government agencies to stave off getting a judgment on him. But then, right now, justice has finally shown up, and it's coming in good. It's going to be a great outcome for us because he doesn't have control of it. He can't stop it.
All right. Paxton fails. What's his legal outcome?
Okay.
Got the feds on him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Max go to prison. Okay.
Justice happening.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I got the death card and justice, the first two.
Mm-hmm.
that, that isn't good.
No.
He's going through some dark times.
Mm-hmm.
The evidence is strong. We have a magician coming in. Justice and the evidence is strong against him.
Mm-hmm.
There are people willing to speak out.
Mm-hmm.
There's some conflicts here. I had the death of him, whistleblowers, and the Five of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
That's betrayal. I'm gonna go with betrayal here. So he
Yeah.
gets ratted on, and then
Well, that's
he's gonna see dark times going away, and then Five of Wands, lack of energy and conflicts, and yeah, I think justice is coming for him.
yeah, I think so too. It shows him at the end of the trail, and it's time to let things go. And people have clearly have him in the sights. This is making decisions. They're going to make some important decisions about it. It's not going to be a very temperate climate. It's not going to be very balanced, but The out card for him is materialism, which in a traditional deck is the devil. So, yeah, he got the devil on mine. So I think if they can if they can get the charges right, I think they'll get them.
Such a long time coming.
Oh yeah.
Um. Oh, I missed it.
What?
Carol asked. I seen the question, but I thought I started. Carol asked about will this trickle down to like Abbott and
Yeah, Rose. Somebody else. I saw that one.
Rose or
Um,
someone.
it's hard to tell because that's one reason why they're doing it. It's because he's the most blatant, the most obvious. He's got a court case outside of what they're doing to him, and he also has these whistleblowers that he wanted the state to
Oh,
pay the fine.
Mimi
Uh,
said it.
so I can read the cards because trust me, when you live in this state, you don't know what these clowns get away with.
Oh, Juno said another white bison was born again in
Oh,
Wyoming.
really? Very good.
Rose thinks Paxson would flip on others to reduce his sentence.
Oh, yeah. And they all know what each other did. Are you ready to go? Are you ready to read? Or you want me to do it?
You go for it.
Okay. That's one reason why they did this and they're letting it go through is because they wanted to build a defensive wall for themselves, but they weren't very successful. It's not going to work. And when you ask that as a yes, no, this is a big yes. He'll take them all with him. And there's a whole lot going on behind the scenes that we don't even know about yet. And it's all going to come out and be active and out. It's stuff they've tried to keep hidden and quiet. So I think, yeah, he's going to. I I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember Watergate or have since seen movies and things, but um, you kind of knew when you were watching those little guys in their suits around Nixon that once one of them started talking, they'd all sell each other out for a dime. You know, none of this hold together and we're all in this together. And I think this the same way.
Wow. So I have it starts out for me. I got 9 of coins, the community card, being together in the government, and 6 of cups. So there is a bunch of links together for them for quite a while. You know, they've obviously been the bad three or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there is some connections quite forever because the 4 of Wands card is like the government card in the lower sense. 9 of Coins is like banded all together. So then I do have a flipping card making connections with Page of Cups. Then the federal government comes in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lies and deceit come up.
Mm-hmm.
The betrayal. So they're flipping on each other, but it takes the federal government. It's not showing like prosecutors in Texas.
No.
So then I have the King of Swords. So we got a male prosecutor coming in with strength of law and good things happening in Texas. So I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
The federal government may come in, swoop in, and when they're investigating Paxson, it could lead to more. We did have the betrayal and flipping card.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the Page of Cups is flipping. It's also my making connections card. Everything's linked together. And we have investigations from the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
My 5 of Swords is 5 and 7. So sometimes you got to figure out if it's just fighting in between or if it's the lies, deceit, and betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like people flipping and betrayal starts. Kind of like you said with Watergate. So
Mhm.
good times in Texas.
Yeah.
But it's going to take a long time. Yeah, same as Jack here, and well, not Jack, but since 1-6 started,
Hmm.
we're at 2.5 years, right?
I like Karen Louise's. Paxton is the penguin. They're forcing off the iceberg to feed the seals.
So they're actually taking responsibility. How long before Texas actually moves in a better place?
Really soon.
We need well, we've seen a video that I shared with you of Paxton saying how they stopped the voting and extra ballot boxes to disenfranchise voters in 2020.
Hmm. Yeah, he disenfranchised enough people in Houston to have cost Biden the state of Texas. There's 2.5 million voters
And
in
Beto.
Harris County, in Beto, yeah, in Harris County, and it's huge. I mean, Dallas is 1,000,002, I think, but I mean, it's just comprehending running a race that's a countywide thing in Harris County. Just many states are much smaller than Harris County. That's why they want to get control of it. I don't think that's going to work either.
How long is Abbott's next turn? Is it four? It's 4 years, isn't it?
Yeah, he's at the yeah, he could, but that depends.
2024.
They can impeach him too. I mean, nothing makes him. Depends
Hmm.
what they find out. We're going to start moving in a better direction when we elect Colin Allred to be the senator and get rid of Ted Cruz.
It's going to take a body of work.
Mm-hmm.
Impeaching people.
Mm-hmm.
Texas will eventually move forward. Ace of Cups is the first one coming out. But
Mm-hmm.
we have stress and burdens of the current government. It's going to take an army of good people to make it happen with the Knight of Cups. So that Eight of Coins comes out, so that's a lot of work. But eventually it'll, like anything, it's going to take law and order and strength.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like it's going to take time, with any investigation, but it's going to take a lot of good people to gain a heart, kind of like what they're doing with Paxton. But it took a little anger to do it.
It took people trying to cover their own butts to do it if they're in power. But Texas is flipping demographically. It doesn't matter because we're going to be oh yeah, we're going to do it sooner rather than later. Um, there's been a lot of evil doing the Eight of Pentacles upside down. Um, that's Watch Me Work Avenue. They don't work. And then the out cards are, I said, is it going to be in the next 2 cycles? And it said, the Lovers, yes. Starting a stable new avenue, yes. The Moon, it's going to take winning some hearts and some minds, but supporter of ambition and business success, yes. And we're demographically a very young state. There's a lot of young people here. So that helps too.
Unfortunately, it always feels like it takes the law
Mm-hmm.
to make things right. Like Mark Elias suing all these states of these different bills, or the
Mm-hmm.
federal government suing for the civil rights abuses. But it takes so long. That's what sucks with cheating. You can't really go back. You know,
Yep.
you can't really go back and say, well, we found enough. It's technically not proving if the people didn't push through and get out the vote, it's hard to prove. You know, like the Bush v. Gore.
Mm-hmm.
It got
If they
ended,
had let Florida, they should have let Florida finish counting, but they used a court to stop it.
but it was done. I went to the Supreme Court. You can't go back.
Mm-hmm.
So it just feels like it takes law and order to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Easier to ask forgiveness than permission. Right. Okay. When will the GOP congressman get their current bill? When law and order comes for them.
Mm-hmm.
The hanging chads, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it takes lawsuits. Gaining some. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's switch to something different.
No,
Right. Sports.
sports. Dun, 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 dun.
Jeffrey, Miami was up 3-0, and
Mm-hmm.
Boston came back, and it's 3-3 now with the championship of the NBA tonight. Can Boston make it 4 in a row?
Is that what we're asking? Can Boston make it 4 in a row?
Yeah, Boston will need 4 in a row to take the NBA championship. They won by 1 last time. Oh, is this just the East, Karen? Oh yeah, this is just the East, isn't it? Oh, it ain't the championship. This is for the.
Okay.
This is the East.
My cards say no. My cards don't think that Boston's going to make it 4 in a row. And I don't know how to interpret it other than that because I don't read sports.
Working hard. It starts out good, like they have a lead, but in the end, I have a 10 of swords
Mm-hmm.
and 5 of wands. I run out of steam.
Yeah, I got 5 of wands at the end for them too. Conflict gardens. So
That's why I always need more cards to tell a story. Because if I just pick 3 cards, it would show
mm-hmm.
that I'm winning. But if I put them all down and tell the whole story, because my ending is 10 of swords, hermit, 6 of cups, and 5 of wands. That's a loss. Beginning, I have 10 of coins, 4 of wands, knight of coins, and 3 of coins. Those are all working hard and having abundance. Unified, slow and steady, and wins the race. But the ending shows no. They run out of steam. So my internal senses were saying also, before I started throwing, that Miami finally gets it done. But yeah, I guess so. Then they would face Denver, which has been playing real good ball.
Mm-hmm.
Miami's definitely a Cinderella. They were the eight seed and coming back, and which is unheard of. They beat my Milwaukee Bucks.
Uh,
Well, our big guy, Giannis, got hurt right away, and they
mm-hmm.
couldn't overcome the big guy out for 3 games. So yeah, it looks like Miami's finally gonna come through. Okay, Miss Lindsay. So this is kind of I was trying to explain it to you behind the scenes there, but it was an edited RT TV edited Lindsay's comments to make it look like he wanted Putin to go down, and
Mm-hmm.
he went over to say the Republicans have support. I don't know why I just couldn't have a phone call instead of fly on the taxpayer's dime all the way to Ukraine. With a Russian TV spokeswoman, whatever, this woman came out and said he needs to be assassinated. And that there was, and then it was Moldav. You know who I'm talking about, right? It's like he was president for a bit and then Putin came back.
Yeah.
Moldav or whatever. He came out and said that there's been other U.S. American politicians who have died. You could be the next.
It's going to cause Lindsay trouble over here too. I think I see not much justice, but a whole bunch of stuff going on in the background, and people don't like him coming out and speaking about those sorts of things, especially the Republican Party. And he's going to be involved in some conflict with his own in this, and it's going to lead him to feeling very depressed and isolated. So it's not just what the Russians said to him, it's what his own compatriots are saying to him here.
Oh. They actually went over there, this whole thing, just to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Queen of Coins, that feels like security for financing to back Ukraine yet. Knight of Cups, doing the right thing. Travel over water, which he did. And then the Three of Wands, being united, going overseas. So he went over to do the right thing. And he come back with new problems.
The big old target on his back.
Yeah. Page of Coins, Page of Swords, and the Devil. He came back with new problems. But yeah, I think he's got his own issues. It feels like it's this whole assassination or wanting him arrested is a kind of fruitless. I mean, like 45 and Pompeo supposedly got bounties on their head too. But he's going to have his own issues coming up soon. I got legal on him. Yeah, Knight of Swords, King of Dealings with 45. I mean, I do have protection here. It could be Secret Service, whatever, but it feels like there's legal coming upon him soon. But I don't think it has anything to do with Russia. But he just made things work by going over there.
Mm-hmm.
The devil can be addictions. Also, popping pills, extra drinking, something. He was on. I seen a brief clip of him on, and he looked horrible.
Is he still painting his face orange in honor of?
Yeah, that was funny too. I was like, God, he came out looking all orange. No sleep, crying. It looks like he was hungover or drunk. Oof.
He never gets sober, probably.
These guys.
Rose, yes, the Stars did win, and there's going to be a game Monday night.
Yeah, I don't keep track of hockey at all.
I have.
My young
has a season ticket and does all that stuff. And that's the only game they follow. So.
Okay, new energy. New energy flows away. New energy.
Okay. Let's see.
Lindsay was hammered. He looked horrible.
Excuse my cough.
Yeah, you get the feeling he shouldn't have went to Ukraine. Like I said, it makes no sense why a senator needs to go over there. And the taxpayer's dime. Diane.
She's not as bad as I thought it would be. She's actually not doing too badly. Um, this was her downturn, her illness, feeling unwell, but she's gotten some of her strength back, but she still has some problems. And she's just there to do the job she absolutely has to do. She's taking guidance from someone in the party, a male senator, and they're trying to ease her in and make it as easy as possible for her to get along. But she's there because they know the Republicans won't cooperate if they put a new person in that place. So
Pretty much. I do have a King of Wands surrounding her too, but I had the moon coming in, so there's either secret talks or she's not doing well. It could be bad dreams. What's that?
I said underlying. I think the fact that they're trying to set it up that she's doing so much better, but you just have to watch the woman walk.
Yeah, I don't think she's doing that well. I don't sense it at all, but I do have support from male figures, like you said. But the moonish talks about not being all there either. There's delusions, there's dark thoughts, and possible unknown depression. I do have support for her yet with the Four of Wands united in the party, but I have a new idea. I think she's being pressured to resign behind the scenes.
Yeah, but if she resigns, they don't have to fill that seat. There's a whole bunch of politics behind this.
There's a lot of politics,
She's like a fragile old woman, and people are making her go to work.
I don't know. I read something where it's like if she's replaced, she would just replace her seat. There would be no obstruction from the Republicans. They were having a hissy fit having to replace her on committees with another person.
With another senator that's already there?
Right.
Okay.
But if someone was nominated, that person would directly go into the seats. That's what I was reading. But this is sensing like there's talks behind the scenes. I have the Five of Wands. She has lack of energy. I have my Death Devil card, which is bad illness. There is angelic protection behind her. But these other two just make it like she doesn't feel good at all. And then the moon is saying her mind is not there. The Devil Death card, that's all about illness.
Well, she had encephalitis from the from shingles, and that's not something, even if you're relatively hale and hearty, that you just pop right back from.
True. She's doing the best she can, that's for sure. But I read a story about how her aides and everyone are hiding everything she's doing. They're keeping her away from reporters so they can't see how bad she actually is. Everyone's covering for her illness.
It's what you do if you're a good staffer.
I know. Right. That's what I was reading too. If a Dem replaces her on the committee seats, if she leaves, a Dem won't be voted into her committee seat.
Yeah, it's some weird way that law's written.
Yeah, because they were saying since she's out, Schumer was asking, proposing, can we put like, I don't know, some other senator in her position on the judiciary, and the Republicans were like, no. But if she's replaced, they just go to where she was. Oh, that's right. Tuberville. There was a question about Tuberville.
Tuberville is he's going to be able to keep blocking all of the military promotions.
How long is this nonsense? I don't think Jane, we already talked about Abbott and all that. It's going to be a long time. You know, it's not like he gets impeached and then he starts. You know, everything takes investigations, which takes years. So probably Abbott would be hopefully voted out in 2024 amidst investigations, kind of like 45 is going through now.
Okay, for Tuberville, what I got is he's going to not do anything about it. He's going to continue to do all the false fighting, but then new words arrive on the scene.
Hmm.
Stabs Tuberville in the heart, and look at his out card, Scott. He goes down before he'll change his mind. So I think that,
Wow.
yeah, I think that has something to do with the investigations.
That's stubborn. I had never actually read on him about January 6th or anything.
Oh yeah,
He was getting
he's one
phone
of the
calls.
names I consistently get that's going to be gone.
Let's see. Oh, oh! I got a death card on the tower.
Yeah, I told you.
Those were the first two. Some kind of my January 6th card shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Tommy's gonna have some troubles coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Didn't expect that. He's losing his prosperity, the devil from January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously there's some implications going on once Jack Smith gets his stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Showing the tower of January 6th with that victory parade and whatever they did.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, bad tower kind of. Then he's going through some dark times. He's going to transition into a different space. You got
Mm-hmm.
Knight of Wands energy coming in quickly, and then the Five of Wands obstacles coming in his way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Something's coming up for him quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly. Those are some bad cards for Tommy. I didn't get Prisonville, but I got implicated.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's a difference between phone calls and actually plotting. Depends how deep it goes, but there seems to be information. Can we say crappy cards? Bad cards.
What did Comey say? Lordy, their tapes. So
Lordy, there's tapes. Oh boy. Oh gosh. That's why this whole investigation has been such a mess. You get so many people involved.
and just when they think they're getting close to wrapping things up, another giant things comes forward, and you got to look at it. So
Yeah. Another lawsuit. Find out a lawyer's doing illegal things. It's not mentioned her name, but is there an assassination attempt on Towerville? Why would anyone want to assassinate him?
because he knows too much, because they foolishly spoke to an empty-headed football coach.
He's empty-headed. Assassination. I don't think so. That's pretty extreme to assassinate a senator.
Let me see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to mention other readers or have the thought of
Oh,
they read
well,
it.
it may be far fetched, but here's a little messenger with his sword, and it's a foolish leap and a jump that they make. That's a yes and a yes. This is two yeses. Ace of Wands. They're going to get him when he least expects it, and he's going right to the devil. He's going to reap what he's sown if it happens.
So I got the conflicts,
Mm-hmm.
the Five of Swords, January 6th kind of stuff, the conflicts, betrayal and lies. I have protection. I have the Ten of Swords coming upon him, burdened, but nothing feels like an assassination. No, I got nothing really that feels like assassination. But it starts out with January 6th card with Five of
Mm-hmm.
Swords, and then we have the victory card or some news coming out. But then I have him protected with Knight of Cups, but there's a Ten of Swords coming in, which
Mm-hmm.
can't be bad, which could be assassination type because it's failure, but it's sided by the protection card of the Knight of Cups. I do have the Fool and some secrets coming out in a female, so there could be possibly a plan
Mm-hmm.
in the dark, but I just see more burdens or things coming upon him, decisions made, but it doesn't feel like that kind of thing, like that bad. Why were senators offered satellite phones? It, it feels like a test. I'm hearing testing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe testing security or something,
He
or
mentioned senators right now or senators around the 6th. I don't know how to frame that.
yeah, I guess I did briefly hear something about it. I guess a hundred senators supposedly were offered satellite phones, maybe security or I don't know.
I'm going to ask if there's a good reason behind them getting satellite phones. See if there's anything.
I guess I guess not all of them got. Okay, Linda got what she got. But, I don't see an assassination in the pen. There may be a threat of something, but an actual
Somebody
thing in
gets up close
public
enough to do anything.
taking it, I'm not being shown that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. What's behind the senators getting satellite phones? Nothing good. The devil. And the real reasons are very, very hidden. They claim it's to build a stronger alliance and to keep them safer, and it's to try and keep them out of unsafe waters and to make them a magician above the other people so they can direct the other people. So the story I put together from that is comes from a very corrupt source what's really going on behind the scenes is very hidden. It's so they can protect themselves and their information. And I don't know enough about satellite phones to know. But what I see is they want to do it so they can be all powerful.
I got nothing bad in my throws about it. I got about the Magician, Empress, Knight of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like security thing.
Mm-hmm.
Security, King of Cups, United with the Four of Wands, and then Knight of Wands. I mean, everything's good in here. I got it feels like a test for secure, like conversations or it feels like it could be more secure.
Mm-hmm.
Testing security of communications when you're not around. Um, yeah. It has something to do with the former administration, I think, with 45.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe he used unsecure phones to talk to people overseas.
All the time. That was
Yeah,
known for a long time. All the time.
King of Coins, Page of Coins, Queen of Cups. I think 45 um, risked our intelligence and security. I think it's a test to see if it'll be a better option than what. And I also sense like our government can track what they're saying too.
Well, our government can track what they're saying no matter what phone they're on.
Well, I mean, not like, it's like easy or bugged. I get the feeling like it's
Mm-hmm.
easily bugged or can listen to what's going on. It feels secure yet intelligence safe. That kind of feeling. I think it is testing out the technology and something like that. I don't get it's corrupt in any way. It's actually an intelligence secure thing, national security thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because 45 was corrupting our system. Alrighty. We got that. We got that. Oh, all the starred ones have been taken care of. Let's check in on the Satan.
Mm.
Oh, I think I'm gonna try the supernatural card on him.
Okay.
Yeah, 45 and the Satan are trying to figure out who's the worst person now. Hi, Melinda. Oh my God. Neither of those two have a chance in that word to make it to the presidency. The sad thing is, Republican states would just vote for him because they're Republican,
Yep.
and he would still get 250 electoral votes. That's the worst part about it. You can throw a monkey sandwich in there for Republican, and we get 250.
People voted for Herschel Walker. I mean, think about it.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Okay.
Dr. Oz.
Yeah, Dr. Oz too. Uh, when are we looking at it's coming? There are people who are already following up on it right now. But once again, I got the high priestess, a lot of folks sneaking around, not saying much out loud. And he thinks he's sitting pretty, but it's some of the people who helped him do these things that are going to get him. I don't think they're get him with jail time, but I do think they're going to reveal the corruption that was around him. So
Monkey sandwich makes monkey brains. It was just reported that he's using his age to campaign and solicit donations
mhm.
while in government time. Hmm. Hmm. So the deck needs a few more, but the guy he's been he's been using Florida money to campaign this whole time. Him and his princess wife have been bilking the system. It's wrong. Okay. Four of Wands. There are some things that are coming out that are gonna irritate him
Mm-hmm.
because I got some anxieties of the sun,
Mm-hmm.
9 of Swords, and 9 of Wands. So it feels like he's gonna have to defend his what's coming to light here lately. He's
Mm-hmm.
been doing things. He's gonna have to defend himself here. There's gonna be some some worries. So like his criminality is what he's been doing is going to be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, and Ten of Cups. He thinks he's protected because he's governor. These allegations, I mean, it's like he can just shut down everything kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the family protection. It's like the family, that kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords. He's cheating the system. Yeah, he's using government. This is just saying again what I was feeling. He's Chariot. He's using the system, bilking money in his travels here for president, or acting like he's president. He's cheating the system here. He's taking money or using money with his travels there. In the end, I have somehow he thinks he's going to get away. Six of Swords is getting better times. Five of Wands is lack of energy, though. Low energy, DeSantis.
Mm-hmm.
Guy thinks he's all proud, but he doesn't have the energy to go. Then we have investigations coming upon him. He's in trouble. So I have a female prosecutor and justice coming upon him in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So all his shenanigans are going to catch up to him. I don't think he escapes any of this freely, like he thinks he can. He thinks his governorship is going to protect him.
Protect him, yeah.
But it's not. I got a female prosecutor coming in. Maybe it's Lisa Monaco or Kristen Clark. Someone in the DOJ is taking a lead in investigating him. Him and 45 are both feeling like they got justice upon him.
Mm-hmm.
They won't have anything to do with any presidency. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Did we ever read on why he even went out of country?
No.
He got laughed out of everywhere he went.
It's to give them, if you're a governor of a state in the U.S., you don't have a lot of international experience unless you happen to have that before you became a governor. So they try to go to other countries to build their foreign credentials. And you know how much about a country when you've been there 3 days? Really?
It's I don't get it. You don't see any other governors going to Japan and hobnobbing.
Some do, but it depends if their state has a lot of business with certain countries or a lot of nationals from there, they'll go. But it's not like the countries are wild to go meet them. You're governor of a state. It's like being mayor of a city.
I know, but unless you have businesses, and why would Japan want to bring a business to Florida with the worst governor in the union?
Mm-hmm.
Or top 2 worst, top 5 worst. It's quite a few worst. Yeah, Dad, he made a big fool of himself.
Yeah, that's what my cards say. I don't even kind of want to hold them up because they just say it led to this. This card came up against Scott. This was his out card on his international travel.
Look.
Yeah.
It was a complete failure.
Mm-hmm.
What he thought would be powerful with the Ace of Wands and action, it was a tower. He lost any respect in the international community when he went. It was a tower.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's just focused on home.
He didn't create any new alliances. He got nothing out of it.
0.
Mm-hmm.
Zero. Zero tower. So now he's just focused on the family at home.
Mm-hmm.
He's just corrupting his office at home to be and doing nothing for Florida. So
Well, and they need to go after his wife for raising all that money, and it never got to the hurricane victims.
yeah, Casey DeSantis went out and brought all kinds of British royalty outfits,
Mm-hmm.
new gloves, and beautiful dresses because she thinks she's going to be the first lady. It's probably all her doing. She probably sits up at night and it's like, Ron, why can't you be a better person? You're making me look foolish. No, dear.
Yeah, he thinks that they want her to be, the beautiful first lady and on all the magazines and stuff. And magazines don't want her.
It's ridiculous.
They want to sell the magazines. They don't want the stands burning up.
I guess Phoenix Rising is wondering about how long Garland's going to be the AG.
I'm going to ask if Lisa Monaco will replace him post Garland.
Lisa, I'm just going to think of Lisa Monaco's future, the number 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's already been done, Carol. Where the Mexican president already stated to the Spanish community, do not support DeSantis.
Mm-hmm. Okay, for Lisa, I got yes. This is Garland, and she's going to know everything she needs to know walking in day one. People have, from her work she's been doing with Garland, they realize she's a very wise counsel person. It's going to come at the end of his thing when he chooses to leave, and she's going to be dynamite. She's going to be the Queen of Swords in that role.
Good Lord. There's a lot of power behind her. I believe you're correct. She's being groomed to be a AG. It looks that way. I have Garland standing next to her, the Chariot, and Success. It looks like moving forward there, taking action. I have 6 of Swords, Universal Love, and the Strength card, which is also Universal Love, and angelic balance and harmony and respect among others.
Mm-hmm.
The Empress, 9 of Cups, wishes fulfilled. The Hermit card in this is spiritual enlightenment. It's not a foolish card here, what I'm feeling, because of the other 2. 9, 10 of Cups is all about celebrating wishes fulfilled, being at home, and the Empress of Abundance, it feels more like illumination. Very good cards for her. She looks very powerful.
Oh, yeah.
She's got all the stars lining up for her to be successful. So I could see Garland stepping aside after his job is done with this insurrection and bringing the country back from the mess.
Mm-hmm.
In the next term. Just do 4 years. I could see that. Yeah, the Satan is burying himself big time.
Mm-hmm. Did you like his show with Elon Musk? Where he's got the head of the whole network and they can't keep enough lines open to make it
He's
work?
foolish. Garland's future. I feel like once his mission is done here for this time, he's gonna retire.
Mm-hmm.
Once he feels like he's brought in United States back as Attorney General, I think he'll retire on his terms. I don't see any SCOTUS. It feels like a Hillary thing. I can't do no more.
Mm-mm.
I'm out of the spotlight. I'm not running for anything anymore. True, Kathy D. How can you? He's destroying Florida. No one's working. Okay. Do anything starred. Okay, we did that. Let's do a Jack Smith update.
Okay.
So what was it? Supposedly the documents grand jury hasn't met since May 4th, May 5th.
Right.
Haven't met for a while. Big news. There's talk about these documents coming over yet from NARA. Right, yeah. Proving he knew. So that sign going, and there was something else yet. So a lot of people are speculating. Could be days, could be weeks now, when the documents case dropped.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Phoenix. Yeah. Lisa's put in her time. This man that goes a force.
Okay. As far as Jack, he's got what he needs. He's got what he needs. They're putting it all together in a concise, informative package, so it makes sense. But they're doing. He's going to throw the papers out the day he does, and nobody's going to have any idea about when, despite what they say. He's arguing between his head and his heart, and one of the things he's arguing about is that there's so much. This is a good card, right? So up or upside down. But there's so much information. It's like I said, they get to a certain point and they think they've got it all down, and then they get, plot twist 746. But I think he's soon.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I remember it was. They subpoenaed documents for all those countries he was involved in to get in to what documents he may have been sharing and which countries. So that could take a while, but that could be a superseding indictment and ongoing. I still think we're a month away. Tower is July.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he requested these documents, my 6 8 of coins. So he requested all these documents from other countries. Something else to look at with a page of coins. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, it may be July 1st as far as 45. I think they do have most of everything they need. The Chariot, Ace of Coins, 6 of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
They're strong, taking charge. They have what they need to indict.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying. This is telling me the whole team and everything's bracing for impact.
Okay.
They're burdened on the country because when they do this, it's going to be chaos. There's going to be a transition. The rule of law is there with the strength card, but there's a burden here. I think there is that worry of what kind of chaos is going to happen when they actually bring this down. But there is still investigations going with all these documents that they over here. Because they just subpoenaed documents. There's something else to look at with money. But we have a tower.
But they could be repetitive documents, Scott. That's why they haven't met. They're not getting new information. They may be getting something that'll bolster the old stuff, but it's not new. And I think the other thing that's going to help us get an indictment much more quickly is the debt deal that Biden and McCarthy just did. I don't think they would go out and, when we're throwing ourselves off a cliff, throw another piece of paper on top of it to go with it.
What about others, not 45. What if they start indicting John Eastman, let's say?
Okay. Okay, you want others in the political realm and or the others that are part of
Not
his.
45, not the big dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Melinda, those are the cards I made. My farmer's tarot.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, how about others? Mimi says it feels like Smith is going over the details, footnotes, final editing to bring charges. Okay. What's the special counsel doing as far as others?
Mm.
Others.
Um, yeah, he's holding his own counsel, and this is again his head and his heart are fighting about exactly what to do. He's got more than enough stuff to go after the dumpster and people around him, but he doesn't want to confuse the issue. He wants to get the people they need to get, and he's going to be when he moves that, it's going to be quickly. I'm listening, Scott. I got to stop my camera for a second, okay?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to listen and look.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering and feeling. I think they indict Trump first.
Yeah.
I don't see him, indicting all these other ones lower.
Uh-huh.
Because then it kind of tips off the big guy. I have King of Cups, the indictment card, and King of Coins. And it's telling me they go after 45 first. And then everyone else. There's a new path. Page of Coins, Page of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. It feels like they changed their ideas.
Mm-hmm. Is that because Mark Meadows flipped?
Do I have a Meadows in here? Not in this throw. I'm not getting a Meadows in this throw.
Okay.
I do have a whistleblower, a new idea, but I think they changed. I'm seeing a change here with the Page of Cups, Page of Wands, and walking away. Maybe because it's so bad, but the connections have been made. But I'm feeling like they're gonna indict 45 first, and then everyone else, because they have what they need. I mean, we can toss on Meadows too, because what's up with him?
Yeah. Yeah, because once Meadows disappeared, then there seemed to be a whole lot of other shuffling around going on. I mean, not that they know where he is. He's not that kind of disappeared, but.
Good deal, truth to folks to have been defected. Melinda's thinking that too.
Mm-hmm.
Theorized yesterday that Biden promised McCarthy. Oh, about the deal. I don't know. I still sense that Biden and his team have the 14th Amendment ready to go, just in case.
Yeah, and they had that disclosure thing, the discharge position that they snuck in. The Republicans didn't even know it was there until a week ago, and they had to let them know it was there. But they could have done a discharge petition with them. All they'd have to do is get 5 Republicans to come along with them.
Okay. Were we checking on Meadows now? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm checking on Meadows.
I think I had a. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, because they have to vote on it, have it done voted by Wednesday. That's a tough one.
No, she gave him an extension. It's the middle of June.
Well, that's June is. I thought it was June
Yellen,
5th.
yeah. I don't know what date, but I saw that Yellen gave them a few more days.
Yeah, June 5th.
Hmm.
And what I heard today is that all the votes have to be done by Wednesday to get it done.
Okay.
That's the last I heard. Just saying. To have enough time to get it signed and whatnot. Witness
Yeah.
protection for Meadows? Probably. Okay.
Meadows realized he played the wrong hand and he had to give everything up. He was on the downside of the Wheel of Fortune. So he continued to lie and hang around. He got information after he'd already decided to flip. And the reason he did this was to build himself his own strong little fort and to make him look like the good guy, like I played by the rules, I did what I was supposed to do, because it's going to cover up a lot of what he did. And then I asked a second reading if all that would be all that successful. And I got no, only in Mark's mind. And no, nobody's going to believe any of it. So he may be trying to resurrect himself, but it ain't going to work.
Yeah, there is no resurrection. I got he did behind the scenes give up documents. So with my 7 of coins here, it's all giving and receiving.
Mm-hmm.
That's my 6 8 of coins. So it's all about giving and receiving, hard work, rewards, making repairs, and patience. Page of Swords, Queen of Cups. It could be motherly, but it's also doing the right thing for the United States. Page of Swords is being tricky, but it can also be giving up the goods. I do have some. His success is not good. So it starts out with it could be balancing everything with a 9 of coins, 5 of wands, and my evaluate card, making decisions. So I think he's give up a lot of information there too. You know, we're talking about a lot of coins here going up.
Mm-hmm.
So his financial success isn't there, but I think this is about giving up goods, lack of energy, not really feeling it, but he had to make a decision for his future here.
Mm-hmm.
Which path do I take? And I think he did the flip card. He took charge of his destiny. Chariot and Knight of Coins. Taking charge of his destiny. It's also patience, but he did what he had to do for his own future. He's going to have a tower. He's going to prison no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he flipped. Because you don't, like I said it before, what I sensed is that you don't go after, you don't have people out there in the public knowing you testified or whatever if you're a target.
Right.
Right? Like Boris Epstein or whatever, they brought him in. They probably gave him a little immunity, but Mark probably got brought in. He's got a good lawyer if he's still paying him. It costs all these millions,
Mm-hmm.
and they already worked out a deal.
Mm-hmm.
According to reports, Meadow has not been in contact with any of 45's people. No one can find him, supposedly, so he probably is in witness protection. But instead of getting 20 years, he's going to do 5.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That's why they didn't indict him for the, January 6th committee. They're still ongoing with that. What's his name? The other guy that Bannon and what's his face for contempt, Navarro. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're finally starting to get that That's figured out with Navarro. It's been a year and they haven't been able to figure out to get him into court. It's been ridiculous, but yeah, Meadows is doing the right thing. Kind of like
In the better late than never column.
yeah, kind of like a John Dean thing. I did wrong. Here's the goods,
Mhm.
but not as much. Not as much.
We got a bunch of questions about the Flynn brothers. Do you want to talk about them?
Okay, Charles and Michael.
Mm-hmm.
So we know Michael's on the crazy train. He supposedly trying to start a conservative patriot MAGA dating site.
Yeah.
It only costs $2,500 to join. True blood MAGA dating. According to him. Yeah, I remember that, Sam. People make bad decisions. Mark made a bad one. He should have stayed in the house.
Mm-hmm.
He chose his future. Okay. Which one are you checking on first, or both?
I'm looking at both of them, and all I see is they're going to try to start stuff against them, but I don't see him right now with what they've got. I don't see them stripping them of their military honors. Now, I do feel something's going to come up more against Charles Flynn out of January 6th.
Strange is if there was that kind of bad thing and he's still kept in charge of the Western Command or Pacific Command or whatever.
Well, you got to remember there are people in the military that have, as much as we honor them today and those who died fighting for this country, they had some leaders who had screws loose, and I'm sure there are a few out there. So, and also they can't not promote him based on what they thought might have happened if they don't have the proof.
Well, I think they already promoted him.
I know they did it afterwards. So
Right. Charles. My toss for Charles says nothing.
mm-hmm.
He doesn't. What he may have been involved in doesn't amount to a charge per se. According to my toss of Charles.
My toss for Charles ended up with the hangman. So he's willing to hang there where he is. He's not going to rock the boat.
There is so I got some depression here, but King of Queen of Cups next to the Four of Cups. There is a loss there, but there's some grief, but he does feel MAGA, that kind of thing. But let's see what else I got here. He's a little delusional like the other brother, with family, strength, and courage. So I got Seven of Cups, Family Cups, and a Strength card. So there's alliance there. I do have a Death card, King of Wands, Death, and Ten of Coins. It may, the way it came out, it may be an ending of a situation, but there's strength around it.
Yeah, I don't see him being sold out or doing anything.
I don't see him outed. I mean, there's no legal thing, but it feels like a change to me. But Mr. Michael may be a different story. Grandpa was in the border war, then World War I. Oh, rose blue. Love and strength to Grandpa. Yeah, MAGA. Make another grift attempt. Pretty much. Okay, Michael Flynn. Michael Flynn. It feels like Charles doesn't want his legacy to be like Michael's.
Mm-hmm.
He may be, you know, conservative within the family, but I don't feel like he's that bad
No.
as Michael is. It feels like like a slap on the wrist that you should have done more on January 6th feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, in the family, truth is coming. He's got a 10 of swords upon him. Yeah, people are talking on what he did with January 6th. I see him indicted and locked up. Michael's going to be going back to prison, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So I got people talking against him, indictment, being locked up here. Chariot, a new home for him with the 10 of cups and a 10 of swords. Disaster ending of a situation. Yeah, I think he was involved. So I'm seeing him going away. Eventually going through legal problems again. So he's on the January 6th radar with Stone, Flynn, Bannon, whoever you want to call him. Anyone involved. On the team's radar.
The Willard Hotel War Room.
Yeah, there we go. That Christina Bob was in that war room with Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
All the good people. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Come on, comments. Come on back. There we go. His dating site would be a big prison hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez, we're already at 1:27 on Memorial Day.
I know.
All right. We might as well bring out a collective reading and enjoy your day.
Okay.
Honor us. Those who missed it, we did a brief Memorial Day fallen reading. Getting the energy of we're family, don't worry about us. We did our duty.
And we're learning.
Live your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that, spirits. Liz Cheney spoke at her alma mater in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
45% of some of the students turned to the side to represent. Even though you did the right thing, you still voted against human rights people.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was a good speech, I guess.
Okay, from the wild elementals, I pulled the stag. And the stag is gentleness, always the ability to move through life with grace, innocence, sensitivity, intuition, and the ability to change directions quickly. And the stag shows up in your life when you need to quiet the inner critic and be gentle to yourself. Give into yourself an understanding kindness that you want to give to others. So don't take care of other people without taking care of yourself. None of us are perfect. We're all on this road to learn and to grow. Growth does not happen without walking a challenging path, and that comes from making mistakes. If you're not making mistakes, you're not growing. When it comes to and boy, this 45 should be 70 feet tall by now. What comes in your relationships with others when they know they cannot force you to change your mind anymore? All you can do is gently show them the new path and be yourself. Good message. Be yourself.
I'm sorry, Ellen. I didn't see any of your questions. Sometimes we're concentrated, you don't see them. I got the Empress, Six of Wands, and Ace of Summer. Ace of Cups. Beautiful. The abundant one of the Empress.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically talking about success of love. Open your heart.
Mm-hmm.
All that's good, and you'll have wonderful news. That's basically all it's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Summer is a great time. It's an opening. When you have love in your heart, you have an awakening of psychic abilities,
Mm-hmm.
full epiphanies. It's a rebirth, fertility. Just remember love. Remember to stay happy as best you can. Enjoy it. Don't get too down when things go awry in the public sphere. It's all about you. And pray for great outcomes. So
Mm-hmm.
peace and love. Oh, Ellen. No, I didn't even see your name pop up at all. Nancy usually catches them sometimes too, but
I'm not seeing the name Ellen.
yeah, it just popped up. She said she asked 2 questions and didn't catch them. Yeah, I went back. I didn't see any. I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell you there's a secret that StreamYard told me. If you put a lot of emojis in your comments, sometimes StreamYard will pull them out to look at them to see what's going on. So if you're putting and this may not be in your case, but if you're putting emojis on, uh, don't, because it blocks us from being able to see you. And I like the emojis too. They make it easier. Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes we're concentrating, it goes by, and you just don't catch it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't even see the comment from her right now. So
yeah, I scrolled back quite a few minutes and didn't see any. So,
LND,
my
it's spelled with a
apologies.
Y. Does she spell her name with a Y?
Yeah,
Okay, wait a minute. We're going to give you the good old college try because that's stuff we can feed back to StreamYard. Well, there's a lot of you talking back and forth in this today.
yeah. Well,
I don't find it.
I didn't see it at all.
I see where you said I've asked 2 questions. They're not getting answered.
From Germany. Love and light. So have a
Mm-hmm.
fabulous day. You too, Linda. Love to all. Have a
Have a
great
good
one.
time.